TW here. Well, I done it again. Monstrum has my number, and boy, I'm hooked. They keep offering me all these great deals, and I'm just a sucker. I've been looking for a while for an inexpensive priced, higher powered scope. Something used. And I bought a couple. We've talked about it a couple on the chats. And they haven't worked out. I sent them back. They weren't quite right. I returned them. There was a problem with them. I returned them. So I picked up that last Monstrum a couple weeks ago on a really good deal. 99 bean sprouts. No, 49 bean sprouts. And I was so happy with it that I just, when they sent me another offer, I was talking with Jamie. I said, you know, I think I'm going to grab it. It's just, it's so inexpensive. They sent me another one today for President's Day. And wow, I say, I got to say, no, it's it. No more, no more, no more. But this one was too good to not grab it. It's a Gen 2. They're out with the Gen 3, so they're clearing out the old ones. I know that. And it does have some, no problems, but it does, the Gen 3 fixed some of the issues that we're having with this. But they're not insurmountable, and as long as the scope holds 0, I'll be happy with it. I'm not one to really crank on the turrets and adjust with turrets. Granted, I'm not really a long-range shooter. I'm not a long-range shooter. There's no real about it. But I also know full well that lesser inexpensive scopes, that is the failure point, those turrets. So moving those turrets any more than you have to is basically looking for trouble on cheaper scopes. Now they're getting better, so I'm not going to condemn all scopes. I'm certainly not talking about Monstrum per se, but just in general, lesser, lower powered, lower priced scopes, the turrets are where the failure is. The glass is getting better and better, and the construction is getting better and better, and everything is getting nicer. You know, we've said it many times, the cheapy scopes of today are probably as good, if not better, than the Leopolds of 30 years ago, 40 years ago. So, you know, consider that. But anyway, let's get this opened up and show you what I got here. I was really excited when I saw the deal come through, and when I read down to the bottom of the page and saw the price, I said, oh my goodness. I don't know how they do it, but I guess they're clearing out old stock, and they want to get rid of the old so that they have room for the new, and just get the old stuff gone. So that's what they've done here. So I'll get rid of that. That's my shipping label, packing slip. Here's the box. Let's get rid of this, throw this on the ground, pick it up later. And let's see, here's what we got here. We've got a Gen 2, and that's all stuff that here's what you want to know. 6 to 24 by 50 Gen 2 first focal plane scope. And they had it with a, well, I didn't see dirty reticle, and I did see blemished, but they were out of those, and I was talking with Jamie, I had to go with like new. But that's not so hard to swallow, like new. And it comes with rings, which I won't be using. Comes with a battery. I didn't even know it was a lighted reticle. I didn't even realize it was a lighted reticle. And a cloth. And it looks like a shroud. And covers. Let's get out of the plastic here. The mail girl just literally dropped it off, so it's cold. Oh, it's got a square for power. That's nice. Put this back on, even though I'll take it off. I never leave those on. I don't care for those. I never leave the eyepiece on. Now, I knew these were not locking. That's been a sore spot, a sticker for me. I need to have locking turrets. But I need to have locking turrets on a hunting scope. This was not bought as a hunting scope. This is going right on the 25-45, which is 14 and a half pounds. and it will likely never see hunting use. I see some light ring marks, which are no big deal because, you know, I know it's like new. I know it's a used scope, but it's been looked at by them, and it's got a scuff here, a ding here. I wouldn't call that like new, but I don't mind. It's been, you know, it's not going to hurt anything. As long as it holds 0, as long as the reticle is good, we're going to be good. Let's take a look at that reticle. Get rid of my glasses here. Oh, it's a nice little inverted T. Let's turn it up on 24 power and get a big look at it. Oh yeah, I like that. I do like that. There is no dot in the middle like I thought there would be. It's just a grid, just a train track, just a ladder with, I assume, MOA hash marks, which it appears to be maybe MOA horizontal and half MOA elevation. Very nice. Very nice. Kind of mushy. Not very tactile. That's all right. Wow, this one's even worse. That's all right. As long as it stays, as long as it holds 0, I will be okay with that. All right. I picked up a Davenport mount that I've used before and kind of like. It's a 20 MOA mount. And we'll stick these over here. Excuse me. I've picked these up before, and they're pretty good for the dollars. This is a 30 millimeter, and again, 20 MOA. 20 MOA. Pretty solid. I like it. It's got three big lugs for a recoil. 3 big screws on the lugs. It's not heavyweight. It's a good looking mount for the dollars. I want to say it was 30 bean sprouts. So let's throw this on here. Let's throw this on here and get it together, and I'll come back and show you. Hey, there it is. I had to take you off the overhead because it just is too big. But there it is. Davenport mount on, all torqued down, square it up. The one thing that I just did was I added a little bitty piece of moleskin here because these covers, let me see if I can show you on this one here. Listen, here, click, click. When you snap them open, that one doesn't click so bad, but the other one clicked really bad. You know why it clicks more? Because it's soft right now. When it's on the scope, it's rigid. Anyway, I stuck a little piece of moleskin on there. So now when it opens, just a little dump. They're cheap, but it's something that I always buy, if for nothing else, to keep dust off the lens when it's sitting in the rack or in the safe. So I always put them on, if for no other reason, just for that. I don't generally leave the eyepiece on. I find they're just in the way. I don't care for them. But let's hope that this mushy reticle here is not going to be a problem. And we'll sight it in next time we go to the range and try it out. But there it is. Monstrum Porter 24 by 50 Gen 2. And it does have illumination. And I probably found why the people sent it back. The illumination button is kind of funky, and the light flickers a little. Now, I didn't check the battery, I didn't check the contacts, didn't check nothing, but I don't really care because I'll probably never use illumination. I really don't care for illumination. Like I said, I didn't even know this had it. When I ordered it, I thought that it did not. I prefer not. Here's what was on here. Now, this is arguably a better scope. This is a Weaver Caspa, but it's a 3-12. This is a mil, which doesn't make any difference, but it is illuminated as well. And these are the ones I hate the most. When they stick that battery cover out here on the eyepiece, I just really despise that. I think it looks awful. I hate it. I hate it. So this scope will go on something else because it's a good scope. It's, like I say, arguably better than the Monstrum, but we're going to put it to good use somewhere else. So there we go. Check this out in the range next time you see me. God bless everybody. CW out.